This is the Zoom H5 digital recorder that we're going to be using for our interviews and our audio recording. So let's start off by switching it on. What we do is we go to the side here and we've got where it says hold and the universal on switch. Let's flick that down, bring it up, and we've now switched the device on. Notice there it said no SD card. And there's no time clicking up there. That's because there is no SD card put into it. So let's open it up. There's where the SD card goes in. We put in the SD card face up. We hear a nice little click. And now we've got our time that we're able to record onto. It says empty folder because there's nothing actually on this SD card at all at the minute. Now, notice up here we have our battery strength as well. Now that at the minute is on 2. 3 is better, but 2 should be okay. But what we're going to do is closely monitor it, because if that level goes down to 1, then it means even though we've got nice levels, the recording will be too quiet. There won't be enough power to actually record the interview. So at the minute we can see there are levels coming up here, and that's because the left and right is switched on, and that is corresponding to these mics up at the top here, recording in a stereo format. Now, what we're going to do is check a few settings on our menu. So we go here, and we've got menu. I'm going to click there, and now I've got our menu option. And what we're going to do is simply click down into those, and we've got a little here record option. I'm going to click in to the scroll wheel just there, and we've got record format. And again, I'm going to click into here to go into the record format. Record format. And we want to record at WAV 4816-bit. And we've already gone through in class why that is. Now, there's lots of other options up here, even into MP3, but we've got nice big SD cards. We're not so worried about file size, and we'd like to record at very good quality. So we're going to take WAV 4816-bit. So you simply click in again the screw wheel, and that is that set. I'm going to hit menu again to get into our main menu options. And I'm also then going to scroll down until we get to record mode. And again, I'm going to click on my screw wheel just here. And I want to make sure that we are recording in a stereo file. A multi file that will record on all the microphones. We only want our stereo file recorded. So I'm going to click in there. And that is that set. Now, we still have our levels showing here because they're recording from these mics up here, but we're not actually going to record using these mics. We're going to record using a dynamic mic connected up to the H5. So what does that mean? Well, here is the microphone here that we're going to be using, and it's got an XLR connection. There's our cable there. So what we're going to do is at the bottom of the Zoom 5, we can see we've got XLR connections. So using my cable, notice the wee slot there up at the top. I'm going to connect that in. And what I'm going to do is I've connected it into option 1 here. I'm then going to click here for 1 and 2 to come live. And notice now the levels have changed. And the reason being we're not using these mics anymore. We're using this mic. Connected into option 1, and then we've got input 1 showing a level. Input 2 is showing nothing because there's nothing going into input 2. That's okay. Now, we need to record the voice. So I'm going to pick up the mic, and what we're looking at now are our levels. So we've got a dial here, and that will adjust our gain for our microphone. Now, if I've got this set up too high, notice my levels here. They're going into distortion. They're going over 0. We can even see here on input 1, the red light is fluctuating. That means it's too loud. The recording is too loud. It will be distorted. So what I need to do is to bring this gain down. So let me bring it down to 3. And now we can see we're definitely not being distorted, but however, we're too quiet. And that won't work either. So I need to adjust these. So when I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, there we are. I'm now speaking and I'm peaking in there at -6, which is good enough for us. We like that. That's absolutely fine for us. So we know we've got our levels set now. But of course, we can't just record yet because we've got one other thing that we need to listen to. Because the microphone here is just going to be picking up sound. So what we need to do is not trust our ears, but have a listen to what this mic is actually recording. And to do that, we are going to connect up our headphones. So we've got our headphones here, and we've got a little connector at the other end of our headphones, and they go in here at the side. We've got a little green section here. We plug that in, and that now means that whenever we listen to our headphones, we're going to hear what the mic's actually recording. Now we've also got a volume here for your headphones, so that will make it louder or quieter, obviously. But obviously when it comes to our recording, we're checking our levels here, not just going by how loud it seems on the headphones. Then whenever we're ready to record, we simply hit our red button here. That starts us recording, and I can then use the microphone and be talking in here, and we can see our levels are counting up here. That tells us how long we've been recording. It is also a very nice check to make sure that we are recording. If you do not see that clock tick up, it means you're not recording. So we like to make sure we're definitely recording, and we can then, because we know that we are going to be editing this recording, we can say, are we definitely recording? Are the numbers going up? The numbers are going up. Okay, I'm ready to start. Hello and welcome to the show. We can then, whenever we bring this into our audio editing software, simply cut that part off and go straight in with the start. Then whenever we're finished our recordings, we simply hit stop. And notice now, I've got a file at the top there, and it says 0001.wav. That means that this recording I've just done is numbered 1. And whenever we take that SD card and put it into the computer to read it, we'll just simply look for file number 1 in folder 1, and we'll be ready to take our recording off the SD card and put it in for editing and post-production. Then, whenever we're finished, we simply take the zoom. There's a little hold off switch. We take that, it says goodbye, see you, and it's now switched off.